Hey Airbenders, I'm Melanie Florence and this is Hot Tea for the Soul. This is the weekly Hot Tea, the elemental edition. So I break it up into elements: air for, your mind, for your intellect, for our breathing, for our craziness, like our anxiety and our panic, and how we calm that down, how we express our thought, right? So that's what our air is about. We're also going to be talking a little bit about love, seeing it's coming out on Valentine's Day. And I got a couple of cards for Chinese New Year with a little bit of Tao and Buddhism flavor so that we can blend everything in because we've just come through the new moon. So, I have been reading the Greenwood Tarot now for about 25 years. If you're after a personal reading, I will send you a YouTube link within 24 hours. So, hit me up and I'll be able to book you in. So, I am going to add a few cards from a few different decks so that we can get general feels for what's in the air right now. And then we're going to talk about love and how we're approaching it through the Greenwood reading. At the end, I'm going to put in individual star signs, which you'll be able to get a timestamp in the link. Hit the little number there, and it'll fast forward you to your sign. At the end, I'm going to do singles and I'm going to do partners because we're Valentine's, so why not, right? So, I'm going to start with the Heart and Soul. I've used it in every reading. I really love this deck. If you're going to get one deck just for inspiration every day, something to read, this is really beautiful. All right, air peeps, what have we got? Airbenders. I am one with the universe. I am one with the universe. One with the eternal goddess. She is part of me. I tune into my heart, and she is there, surrounded with infinite library of wisdom, knowledge, and love. The countless manifestations of the goddess, along with her great compassion, are expressed through me. I am at one with the universe. All right. You're connected and one. All our chakras inside of there. I got a Beyond Lemuria deck, which I haven't used a lot because it's got a lot of background to it, a lot of reading to go with it. But I also have a chakra, like reading, so I'm thinking I'm going to combine them together because it fully has the chakras, and maybe another Gaia deck. Because I think it's really important for us to tune to our goddess, right? And know the goddess is tuning through you, all right? Feel that inside of you. Earth Magic, just because I like this deck. I normally use a couple of Australian decks, not this week, because I'm going to throw in a couple of the Buddhism decks and the Tao decks. Ooh, woof, instinct, using your instinct this week. Alright, so we climb mountains, we're with the pack, we work with the pack, we work on it by ourselves, but this is about using your instincts this week with your heart. This week, all right, and know what you goddess, tune in with the goddess, right? So this is tuning in with ourselves with great compassion and the expression that runs through you. So we've got a bit of wild spirit running through us. Use your instincts this week, air people. So I'm going to give us one from, this is called The Untethered Soul. And it's that card, obviously. All right, what have we got? The one inside who is aware that you are always talking to yourself about yourself is always silent, is a doorway to the depth of your being. All right, let's read that again. The one inside who is aware that you are always talking to yourself about yourself is always silent. It is a doorway to the depths of your being. All right, so this is taking that moment to stop and breathe and go past the people who are thinking about yourself, and speak to that one and go through that doorway. All right, awakening your consciousness. All right, to your instincts. So, you need to stop for a moment. Take a rest in your mind, air people. The rest card is the Four of Arrows, and that really is that spot where you take a meditation and you let go of each thought that's thinking and start to get to that doorway of your consciousness. Let's take one from the Buddhism reading cards, which I happen to have in my collection forever. All right, let's have a look. Okay, what have we got? Pure understanding. The stillness of the heart reflects heaven on earth. As the truth unfolds with no strings attached, the heart becomes simple and pure. That is so fun. When you take away personal stories and the fears created by the mind and strip away the toxic emotion of anger, self-doubt, and frustration, you can look at what's happening quite simply as it is. All right, this is about purifying yourself and being able to let go of some of those things. Let go of the anger and strip it back and just see it as it is. Okay, this is really important stuff, stripping it back. All right, remembering you're at one with the universe. So I'm going to go through the Greenwood reading, and it starts with the present state. It starts with where you're at, and it will follow us through. So I'm going to turn it down so you can see the reading build up on the table. I would love you to hit like and subscribe. Thank you very much. I'm going to turn it down to the table. Thank you, air people. Here we go. All right. Can't tell I've got a Gemini moon. So part of the reason that I break this up in these individual star signs, in the individual elements, is because I'm a Capricorn, right? And let's actually shuffle and talk, right? I'm a Capricorn, but I have like 5 elements of fire. All right, present state. I have 4 elements of fire, and 6 elements of fire, and 5 elements of air, and it's like, so the earth is just like this grounding point at the front of my charts. And here we are. Okay, so our present state, Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune! Let's spin that wheel! And we spin it over and over. And this year, maybe for more than everybody, it's like turning it over. What do I believe in? What am I letting go of? What are the colors that are making my cloak? Something has turned, the wheel has turned, things have changed. We're in a different spot. You know, and it's what is my fabric? What makes my fabric? It's like, what do I let go of? What do I hold on to is actually going to make what's in the background of all of my fibers, so that you know that the wheel has changed and you're standing in a very different spot perhaps to where you were maybe a year, 2 years ago, because things have changed. And so sometimes we're on top, sometimes we're at the bottom, but we know where our heart and our moon are. We know where our sun and moon are, where our guide is inside of all of this. And this is the heart of the forest. This is the air element queen. So this is really communicating in change. And we've got the bear in there, our practical, pragmatic stuff. All right, let me see if I can get, you're going to have the whole table. All right, let's do that. All right, Wheel of Fortune. So next card is the spiritual mediator. It's what the next energy that surrounds you. Yeah, all right, clearance. So this is clearing, backburning. This is spiritual backburning. Okay, it's time to let go. Right, this is letting go of the anger. This is putting it in that pile and burning it. This is letting go of your self-doubt. It's putting it in your frustration. It's putting it in that pile and burning it. This is letting go of ideas of what people had of you or what you even had of you. It's really important to re-dream. This is a spot of re-dreaming and clearing out the things that didn't work and putting in the fire and burning it. All right, this is on a spiritual level, this is on maybe on a business level, this is a whole heap of levels, but this is our faith and passion, this card, when we're going in through a spiritual backburning in the 7 of Wands, all right? So this has actually got to do with our relationships. So when we're talking about relationships, the wheel has turned. You've gone through a process, you've left something behind, you've communicated that you're protecting your young, you know, and there's a spiritual element with the shaman inside of here and the moon. And so there's a real turning, and so this is like your present state is like really letting go of some of those ideas that you might have had before of love, what passion was, and also what other people have projected on you of what spirit and passion and love is. Because love is what you want it to be. All right, so the next card is our conscious will. It's what you consciously think of the situation. Consciously think of what's going on. What's going on for the air peeps? Alright, and that card's really strong. Okay. So this is the 8 of Stones. So this is really pragmatic stuff. This is using your skills. This is using, you know, your knowledge. This is using, you know, the things that you have. This is really putting your labor and your mastery to work for you in a pragmatic way in the physical world. This is manifesting on heaven on earth with an 8 and the stones into the physical world. So this is a nice strong labor. You're strong in, you know, being able to change your world inside of things. Change what you're protecting. Make a change in your world, manifest into your physical world. This next card is the driving force. It's the source of your power. Okay, these 2 cards, when I started this last year with everything with COVID, these 2 cards just came up on repeat together, all the readings, just on repeat, over and over and over again. All right, because while the world is changing, we're walking our path, right? We know the seasons are changing. Here, this is, you know, part of what it is, all these seasons shifting, you know, and our different colours. And sometimes we have a winter and we know that it's going to be spring at some point. Because not everything walks in dark, but it's sort of walking back on your path and relearning and utilizing your skills from that path previously to come back on yourself, Like, this is a showing a strength in our aura, and so this is walking back to the path to ourselves, because that tree is always you. All right, so this divine light and this divine drive and everything you've been going through is so you can get closer to being you. Okay, the next card is the unconscious empathy. So we've got our conscious will and our unconscious empathy. All right, so this is coming back to your own heart in love. Okay. All right, airbenders, what have we got? Oh, coming back in love, our unconscious empathy. Ooh, is connected to the divine feminine. All right, so this is the divine feminine card. She is connected to all this ethereal knowledge. She entrusts her instinct. She really is honing in on her inner goddess and connecting herself and grounding herself and going through her chakra meditations, right? You're always aware, and we're taking about that. She's taking away that person. She's going through that door. You know, that doorway to the depths of her being. This is what this walk is about. This is what this release is about. This is what this clearance is about. Pragmatically, you're consciously working on your world. Here, you're unconsciously, you're really working on your spiritual being, your spiritual divine feminine inside of this love that you're working with. Okay? All right. Pure understanding. Okay. There's a lot of talking about being still in here. And the stillness of the heart reflects the heaven on earth. The truth unfolds. No strings attached. The heart becomes simple and pure. Okay. That's where that is. Simple and pure connection as you're re-walking past things again and again. The challenge. What is the next thing that we need to work on? What's the thing we need to work with? What's the thing we need to work on? What do we need to work on? This is, she's got going on, doesn't she? It's a party going on in there. It's like, I'm dancing in the rivers of life. Hey, all right? This is like, I've got stuff going on. And so this in other decks can talk about, getting too drunk and removing yourself and really, because you've gone from the 4, which is boredom, and then perhaps you've got intoxicated and got yourself drunk and are removed from your emotions, where I like to think that this is actually being attached to your senses. All right, so this is working out how to bring joy into your world, how to enjoy what you've got going on, how to, really bring and enjoy the ecstasy of your life. It's like, there's a balance between what is good and what is bad for our heart. And this sits in that fine level of really having to indulge your senses. 5 is of the senses. All right, so it's about feeling it through your senses. All right, we don't necessarily have to overthink everything. Is what this is saying, the whole thing. This is about feeling love through your senses. Cups, love, emotional love, like 5 being of your senses. Okay. Next, we have, oh, she's way out there. It's because there's another card that needs to go in there, right? All right. The next is what's going to help. So this is what we need to work on. What have we got to work with? What's our healing element? Oh, dedication. Dedication. This is putting a mind to it. This is not wavering. This is not self-doubt. This is not giving in to anger. This is not giving in to frustration. This is putting a mind to it, knowing you've got the skills, knowing that you're here and you can dedicate your mind to the task. All right, you don't have 50,000 things going on. You got this one thing going on. You've honed in your mind. You've cleared out this stuff. You concentrated on your skills. You've honed in the seer. You need to enjoy this, and you really need to just get dedicated on not throwing arrows at yourself, right? Not self-doubt. This is really being at one with the universe. This is letting go of that inner voice that's getting in the way of everything, of you tuning into the seer, right? You've worked hard in your practical world. This is really saying be dedicated to your mind. Hone it in. Don't throw arrows everywhere. Really be dedicated on your tasks, peeps, and keep it under control. Bring your divine inspiration in, hold it into your brain, and then flow it out into your world. Okay. What do we got as outcomes? What do we got as outcomes for our air peeps this week? Oh, this is the lovely queen. All right, this is the lovey-dovey queen. This is, you know, that motherly love, that being able to express your emotions, being able to express your heart. Like, you've gone through a real journey in here. You cleared things out. You've changed things. Like, you know, it's like the whole thing in this is now trusting your instincts and finding the joy. And this is a joy in your heart. Right, being dedicated to your cause, not self-doubting ever inside of all of this, and really tuning into your heart and tuning into what's going on in there. All right, this is a lovely reading for our air peeps. You worked hard to be lovey, bear benders. So, I like how this has gone. This is release of nervous energy just there. This is honing in, so you're not nervous. You know what you're doing. All right, you're in control of your mind, and this is in control of your emotions. Okay? All right, you might feel like you're going to express the love. You're at one with your goddess, right? So, we've come to a great place. Individual star signs are going to start with Gemini. So, I'm going to do singles first. Then I'm going to do partners. So, I'm going to do a partnership reading. But if you're not a Gemini, you're a Libra, or an Aquarius, go into the comments. You can hit the timestamp and jump to yours. Jump to you. Jump around, right? Okay, Geminis, thank you for still being here. Please hit like and subscribe. I love that stuff. And I'm also going to put out a partnership reading. It's hot tea. It's going to come out after these come out this afternoon. So what have we got? This week, in the Lovers Week, what have we got for the singles that are Gemini? Gemini singles. 1, 2, one more, 3. Yeah. Okay. Gemini singles. Oh, we're protecting our young. This is a really sensual, sexy sort of feeling. This is, you know, very grounded, might be earthy. This is a passion. She's, you know, got her money. She's got things sitting there. She's stable. She's happy with where she is. And she's nice, strong, sensual feeling just here. Okay, but we're a little bit bored. You know, when we talked about the ecstasy here, we were talking about this, you know, 5 cups and feeling that. That's that 1 extra cup is you from here, this 4, where we're just recycling. We're recycling our emotions. We're filtering them down. You know, this here is the air. Again, this deer is the heart of the forest. And so this is expression. She's there, you know, expressing. But this is finding, we go from the 3 of joy and to 4 is again your boredom, and then we've got the ecstasy that we're looking for. So you might be feeling like earthy and grounded, but you might be just recycling your emotions here about what's going on. It's a rest spot inside of here, no drama llama. All right, but you're thinking about, this is the 4 of wands. This is marriage. This is celebration. You're thinking about the celebrations that are going on around you. You're thinking about, you might be, so your heart's in the right place. All right, so this is sort of going, you've come through a nice long cycle trying to, and finding the spirit inside of you, finding the passion. You're using your skills to walk forward inside of here. And at the moment, you might be like, no drama llama, I'm sitting back on my emotion, but there's celebration to be had. And you can see that celebration with everybody dancing around the fire, like, and then, you know, our castle in the background and the sunset. And so this is a nice celebration card. Stable 4 walls. So there's still things to celebrate, even if you are a little bit on the back burner on your emotional. Still got to find what that ecstasy is for you and dance in that river. All right, tap into your emotions, Gemini singles. Okay, so we're going to do Gemini partners, people in partnerships. People in partnerships. What do we got for Gemini singles? Gemini partners for this week, for the Valentine's week. What do we got? All right. 1. Oh. Come on, what do we got? So Geminis this week. If you are after a personal reading, I do them. As I said at the beginning, I'm going to do them as vids, and I can actually give you a video link to YouTube, and then we got the other 2. All right, so we have got this strong pragmatic things going on. So this is expressing yourself. This has got an expression inside of here. This is an earth sign, or it's not, it's the King of Stones, but we're talking about a pragmatic element. This can be a Gemini element. This is a Virgo element when we're talking about retracting. This may be that you've got a lot to think about, and so this is actually looking after your heart and your home. It may be that this is, you guys are retracting into your own personal world tree in here and taking a bit of time about taking your spirit in and taking time to work out a little bit of a hermitage, and the sun is going to shine. So this is a real development inside of here, Gemini. In partners, if you've gone through a spot where you've been pragmatically working on your life this last year and you really have been looking at your hermitage, the sun is going to shine on what you're going on. You just need to stretch your arms out and believe it and dance in this river. This is really important, that you embrace that emotional side inside of here. But this is a pragmatic journey that you've gone on. This is your world tree again sitting inside of here, Gemini. And so this is it's really important. There's a lot of expression inside of this with the symbols for the air elements turning up in the cards inside of here. So this is sort of maybe business, or you may have retreated, together on this pragmatic level, but now the sun is just about to shine on everything you've got, Gemini. Perfect. All right, so that's our love life for this week. For Gemini, next I've got Libra. What have we got for singles Libra for this week? Ooh, that's 2 out. One more. For this week, this is what we got for Valentine's week. For singles. All right, so you're looking for fulfillment. You're looking for fulfillment because what you're looking is working out this legacy. You want to plant this tree. You want to build this house. You're looking for fulfillment on a spiritual level. That's like, what is this balance between these two snakes? They sort of appear in a couple of other places in the deck, but this is like we make spiritual choices, all right, that are leading to our fulfillment of our spiritual being. This is also about practical fulfillment. This is like you're looking like, I want to have a legacy. I want to have something that has got strength in it that I can work with. Okay, this is talking about reflection. So you spend a bit of time. This is a transition. This is usually a transition of the mind, right? But when we do this transition of the mind, we take our emotions and we take everything we've got and then we take them away and we reflect it back without that. And we have this heron, this queen of communication, this queen of the heart standing by watching on this reflection of our life and what we've done and everywhere it is in this transition. This is a moment to look at your life and sort of regroup and sort of go, okay, what is it that I actually want? And let go of it. Let go of the emotions of it and just sit with it and look at it from a different angle. Because we've got things to achieve and you want fulfillment. But this is a bit of a time of self-reflection, Libra. Just to find out where it is that's going to bring you to this. What's this transition that when you make these choices of fulfillment that are going to bring you to this heart and home with your apple tree. Okay. All right, Libra singles. That's Libra singles. So I'm going to do Libra partners. I'm also going to do hot tea. So if you're interested in the hot tea, it will be out directly. It's a partnership reading. It's like you, what the relationship is, them. So, you know, it's like you, them, and what the relationship is what we're going to do. Hot tea. But here we are with the Libra partners. 10 of arrows. That's instruction. This is taking mastery. It might be that one of you is a teacher, one of you is a student. It might be one of you is going to take a course. Maybe it's working together on instruction. Maybe it's writing a course together. Maybe it's taking a course together. But it's 1 and the 0 in the mind. So it's like the master and the... Alright, and then we've got, so there's a lot of insecurities. It might be that one of you has got a different train of thought. It might be that somebody's leveling up and there's a few insecurities that are coming out that you need to talk through. So it might be that somebody's taking a course or wants to do some sort of further study, and then so there's insecurities that need to be talked through inside of the partnership, Libra. All right, so this is, getting on the back of them. And it's talking about what are the different things that could come up and what you can actually do to avert those, or what you need to do to actually make a little bit more security inside of your mind so that you can create this circumstance. So there's a bit of conversation going on here, Libra, in your partnerships. All right. And it's really perhaps talking about those things in love so that you can, so that you can work through how this progression and this step is going to go. All right. And one more for the Libra partnerships. There's a reunion of heart, Libra. All right, so this is getting reunion back to things that you love, getting back to your childhood roots. This is getting back to your connections in your family. This may be an old lover that comes back, but this is really getting connected to your inner child inside of this. And you know what? I always see this one as sort of getting connected to your inner child, but this may be going back to something that you really enjoyed as a child, and it's time to reinvest your time in it, and you feel that there's a few insecure spots in it, but it's really going to reconnect your gut partnership. It's really going to reconnect you with your heart. You can see it. If you can get through these insecurities, you've got this reconnection with the passions of your childhood and the passions of your childhood. And to me, they sit in there together. It's just working through these insecurities. And 7 is the healing element. Talk it through. Write the lists, Libra. All right, thank you for being here. Thank you. Hit like and subscribe. And last but not least, here we are. We step across to Aquarius. For the singers, Aquarius. All right, now I'm just singing. All right, give me 3 for Aquarius for this Valentine's inside of our happy birthday, Aquarians. Like, totally happy birthday to all of my Aquarian peeps, singles and couples. I don't usually do singles and couples because I actually see everybody as wholes, like whole people. Or, yeah, I'm going to go that way. Whole people. Okay, whole people. See, creating whole people, creating a balance, creating harmony. All right, you're creating endurance inside of here. These two snakes are potent. They are our kundalini. They are balancing out, putting our good in and working out how to balance out our light and dark. All right, and so we notice that it's not black and white. It is a light red, and so it's our balance of our blood and our spirit inside of there that we need to balance out. Now, human being, our spirits, and this is a nice, strong, enduring spot where you can sit back. It's a budgeting spot. It's pulling back on your energy. It's pulling back on what you've got, like, and knowing what your budget is, like, so that you don't feel that you're abandoned in this spot. But this is an endurance. If you've got everything you need, and this is working on your temperance, this is working on your spiritual and your physical being and its health, which we know you're doing in here, in your seer and your heaven and earth here with your skills. So we know that that's the path that we've been walking in here. What's the 3rd card? All right, this is spiritual responsibility. All right, these are the things that we don't run from. These are the things that we choose. All right, these are not burdens. These are the things that we choose to put our heart into. These are things that we choose to put our passion into. These are the things that we choose to be dedicated to. Your challenge is to enjoy these things, Aquarius. Know that you have endurance and strength. Know that you've been a healing. Know that you've been a healer. All right, you've got endurance to go through this. These are the responsibilities you've chosen. It is time to dance in the rivers of life. Be dedicated, all right, to being your heart being. All right, so these are your passions. These are the things that you know that you've been drawn to as you're in your being. All right, big path, big healing. You have endurance. You have made this spot. All right, it's your tent. It's yours. All right, take those responsibilities and run with them. That's what it says. Enjoy that. Singles, all right, whole being. Now I have partnerships. I am doing a hot tea when I get to the end of these. And then I'm going to take myself out on a date. Ooh, generosity. All right, that's generosity of the heart sitting there. Look at those sitting together. They're nice, aren't they? I love these open arms. There's like 21 cards in this deck that are open arms. All right, there's a pig in there. We're making our soup from the rebirth from the 9. And we're sharing our soup, all right, from the rebirth of the 9. And this one, all right, in partnerships. And this is looking for spirit, looking for passion. We've got the soap. This could be a child. Could be a child. If somebody's looking to get pregnant, there is a page of wands sitting here. So a page of fire sitting here. All right. Oh, but this is really spiritual things. This is really like chasing that ping pong around and finding where your spirit is and finding new passion and finding, you know, where your inspiration lies inside of there, inside of this generosity. One more card for Aquarius in partnerships. One more card for Aquarius in partnerships. A lot of cards on the table today. There it is. Ooh,
Ooh, judgment. Alright, so this card is really talking about perhaps the judgment of others. This may be that you are going through some sort of judgment, but here we know that there's generosity of heart inside of this, and there's generosity of spirit, and you have to trust your instincts inside of all of this. Alright, and we let go of those people that are in the way of the doorway of us getting to peace of mind and dedication to our mind. Enjoying it all. Because here, the aim isn't all of this. The aim is this. The aim is getting through and getting past all of our insecurities, getting past the things we think of ourselves, getting past, self-doubt, because they're the things that we make into a bear. Like there's this wonderful scene going on here of strength and support and blessings, and we've got sacred symbols here as we pass through on our journey. All right, trusting our spirit, trusting the generosity of the love around us, and really waving to the bear on our way past. All right, what everybody else is talking about, whatever the judgment is, that isn't your life. All right, you have dedication to your heart and really enjoying it, and you've really made a change in here, Aquarius. So there is some sort of inspiration, and there is a generous heart in here, and hearts in your love. This is time not to worry about what anybody else thinks, except for those that are on the path with you. All right, so I hope that works. All right, that was so Aussie. I really hope that works for you, Aquarius. Thank you very much for being here. I'd love it if you hit like and subscribe. And happy Valentine's week and happy New Year and into the ox. I will catch you on the flip side, and I really hope that you enjoyed. I'll catch you. Bye.